Do subscribe to the channel. De-dollarization. De-dollarization picked up pace in the aftermath of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. About de-dollarization. De-dollarization refers to the replacement of the US dollar with other currencies as the global reserve currency. Reserve currency refers to any currency that is widely used in cross-border transactions and is commonly held as reserves by central banks. De-dollarization is a process of substituting the US dollar as the currency used for trading oil and/or other commodities. Buying US dollars for the forex reserves. Bilateral trade agreements. Dollar-denominated assets. History of global currency. The British pound was the primary reserve currency during the 19th and early 20th centuries. After World War II, and the US dollar became the dominant reserve currency. It has held this position since then, with over 60% of global foreign exchange reserves held in dollars as of 2021. Reasons for the popularity of the US dollar. High level of trust. The global acceptability of the US dollar as a reserve currency is primarily due to the popularity of US assets among investors. Rule of law. This trust may be due to the rule of law in the US. Need for de-dollarization. Diversification of risk. Holding a basket of currencies instead of just one currency, i.e., the US dollar, can help reduce the potential negative impact of a sudden currency devaluation or other economic shocks/political changes in the US. UPSC prelims. Currency manipulation. Increasing trade and investment. By using other currencies, countries can increase trade and investment with other countries that may not have a strong relationship with the US, which can open up new markets and opportunities for growth. Reducing US monetary policy influence. By reducing the use of the US dollar, countries can increase their economic autonomy. Geopolitical benefits. By reducing dependence on the US dollar, countries may be able to improve their geopolitical standing. UPSC prelims. Hyperglobalization. Challenges of de-dollarization: market volatility and global financial crisis. A sudden shift away from the dollar could create market volatility and instability, as many countries and businesses are heavily reliant on the dollar for trade and investment, and any change would lead to a potential global financial crisis. Trade disruptions. A move away from the dollar could also disrupt international trade, as businesses and governments adjust to new currencies and exchange rate regimes. Exchange rate risk. De-dollarization can expose countries to exchange rate risk, as they may have to convert their reserves into other currencies that are subject to volatility. Geopolitical risks. A shift away from the dollar can be seen as a challenge to US economic and geopolitical power, which could lead to political tensions and even conflict. International efforts so far. Bilateral currency swaps among countries. Promotion of trade in national currencies, and the establishment of alternative payment systems. The BRICS' new development bank encourages trade and investment in national currencies by disbursing up to 50% of its loans in national currencies since 2015. Russian banks have started using the China-based cross-border interbank payment system for international payments, as they are debarred from the SWIFT international system. Some countries are also exploring the possibility of using cryptocurrencies for international trade and payments, as they offer a decentralized alternative to traditional payment systems. National efforts. Reserve Bank of India (RBI) recently unveiled a rupee settlement system for international trade by allowing special Vostro accounts in designated Indian banks, a step towards internationalizes the rupee. Similarly, India and Russia are considering the use of a third currency or the inclusion of a third country like the UAE to facilitate oil trade between the two countries.